Hello everybody, this is Satisware and welcome back to a new episode of Forge modding for 1.6.4. Yeah, I know it says 1.6.2 on the forum at the very moment I'm recording this, but I will change that real soon. Um, also, oh yeah, so since the last video, Minecraft updated itself. It's basically the same setup. You just use this recommended here instead of the 1.6.2 recommended, which I used in the previous video, I think. And yeah, so no changes from that, I don't think. So yeah, right now I wanted to start on the main and reference classes. So I'm going to start on coding. So let's get up our Eclipse here. And this is my mod that I'm working on at the moment, by the way. I can show you some of that later on. When I open up stuff with my with the tutorial mod in, I can show you what I've been making and that stuff. Like before, we are just going to make a tutorial. What should I say? Mod project, yeah. And we're gonna add Minecraft as a required project, and it will be export. Minecraft does export all its libraries, so it should work fine. And we get rid of this source folder here. You go new. If you follow the other video, I don't think you need to do this because I think I already did it. And I'm going into my G drive, development, source, and I have to make a new folder, call it tutorial. Yeah, and inside that one I need a new one called common and another one called resources. And first we're gonna add the common one like so, and we add it to the build path, and we're gonna have another one for the resources, same location, source, tutorial, resources. Click OK, finish, and we're gonna add that to this build path again as well. And to do that, you just go common, right click that, build path, and add to build path or something like that. Now, to actually get started modding, the first thing we need, we're gonna right click the common package folder. We're gonna select new, and we're gonna have class. Now up here in package we are going to set a package. I prefer to do it com.settersphere and then the name of the mod I use. I'm going to start a website called that is called settersphere.com, but that will be for later, and therefore I also like to use this. So, and for the mod I'm just going to call it tutorial. Yeah, so name to no, yes, because the main class should always be called the same as your mod, so I just call it tutorial. And if you click finish, and this is what should pop up, and I'm just going to com.settersphere. Now there is a few things that you need. The first thing being @mod. Inside here we're gonna have three parameters, one named mod ID, and we're going to set it equal to two quotes, a double quote for now. We're going to have name and set that equal to the same, and we're going to have version is equal to double quotes again, and that's it. So Control Shift O and we import that, or you can just manually type this in, that works too, but yeah, it's much easier to just click Control Shift and O. We need some more though, so we need network mod, and inside here we're gonna have client side required, and my capital stuff has to be capital, and we're gonna say that is true, and server side required is equal to false, and we're just gonna import that as well. And yeah, that's basically what's going outside of the class. Well, it's not really outside, sort of. It's telling that it's giving the tutorial class information, basically. So yeah. Now we need one called instance, and inside here we're gonna have empty double quotes and public static tutorial, or this will be the name of your class, and instance, and we just gonna import that as well. We will change those double quotes later with actual information, but that will be from the reference class, which we are going to make later. Now I like to have the sided proxy stuff inside as well. So first client side is equal to this, and we will edit that later. Server side is equal to that as well, and under we go public static common proxy, and we're just gonna import that. It will give us an error here, but we will make that class later, but that will be in the next episode, I think. So yeah, the next episode will be for proxies, I think. Yeah, I won't do the proxies today, but the mod won't work without the next episode then. But to fix that, you can just do that for now, and actually I'm going to do that. I won't get rid of this import though, since yeah, and I'm just going to clean up a bit by Control Shift F. And next we also need event handler, event handler, public void pre-init. You can call it whatever you want, you don't need to call it pre-init, I just prefer to do it so. And FML pre-initialization event, and E. And we're just going to import those as well. Yeah, this has to be all where I have capital, you have to have capital as well. We need some more event handler. So at event handler public void init, and this is going to be FML initialization event. E is just the short for event, and import that, and at event handler public void post init FML post initialization event E, and import that, and that's our base structure for the mod. Yeah, so I'm just gonna clean again, and yeah, this is like the base of our mod. here is all the blocks and items and configs and all that kind of stuff. All this is going to be inside here. In the init method, we do everything else basically, except for things that deal with other mods, because that goes inside here. Yeah. So over to our reference class. I am actually I'll do it the regular way. So we're gonna right click our package here, click new class. We're gonna add a sub package to it. So we're gonna have dot lib, because it's basically like a library class, and we're gonna call it reference, and we're gonna hit finish. And inside here we don't need that much. We need public static final string, because this will only have strings and integers actually, and they won't do anything in this class. And we're gonna call it mod underscore id, and it's going to be equal to this have to be only for your mod, so keep it original, I guess. Something that only your mod has. Yeah, that explains it pretty well. I'm just going to okay, I'll make it just for me. So tut and seto. This is only way I usually just go with like the acronyms for the mod, but you can do anything you want actually. But this will also do something with the folder stuff, so I'm gonna keep it simple at tut seto. Well, actually, I'm just going with tut. Yeah, I usually go with capital letters as well. Now, we need one for the name of the mod, so mod underscore name, and that is equal to tutorial. This can be anything you want. It doesn't matter if it's equal to someone else's mod, but I recommend, well, I don't recommend anything. You can call it whatever you want. That is also a public static final string, by the way. And we need some more. We need for the version, so public static final string version. I don't use the mod prefix here just because I don't know, I just don't do it. I'm going to set it to 0.0.1 because that's what I usually do. I like to have 3 points, periods, or whatever you call it. What else do we need? We need a channel name, so we go public static final string channel name is equal to, actually we are just going to set it equal to mod id, mod underscore id, and this will just copy this, so it will make it equal that. And we also need, and by the way, you should keep it as the variable, because if you change this, you would have to change this also if it was a string and not this, because if it's this, then it will automatically update to whatever this is. Okay, and we will just add the ones for the proxies already. So public static final string client proxy is equal to, and we're gonna have it in the package com.satisfair.tutorial.client.proxy, and after this dot we're gonna have the class name, so it will be client proxy, like so. So all from this to there is the package name, and this will obviously show that this is a package, sort of. And after this, you just go with the name of the class. If you want to have it straight in the same class, you just get rid of that, and so on. And I'm just going to copy that, paste it, and change this to common proxy, and change this to common proxy. And there you have it. That's our reference class. Now to use this in our tutorial class. So basically what you need to do is you're gonna have reference dot mod id, and it automatically imports what we need. So reference dot mod underscore name, reference dot version, and reference dot channel name. And that's it. That's what you need for the core class. So I'm just going to show that it pops up as a mod. Actually, we need to change the configurations. The modded client, you just at user entries, you're gonna add a project. We're gonna select tutorial because that's our project, and click OK. Make sure you uncheck those roots. You don't have to do this if you already have done it, by the way, so don't do it twice, and click run. This will make our Minecraft start, as you can see, and in our mods you can now see our tutorial. And yeah, that's it. Well, I have 3 minutes until it's 20 minutes, so I'm actually going to do one simple thing, because you could see that it didn't really show all the what can I say, information that we wanted. So we're just going to add these two files here. So in the common, we're gonna have new file, and we're gonna call it mcmod.info. And since I'm lazy, I'm just going to copy this and put it inside here, and we're going to change this to whatever we had in the reference class. So tut will be for the mod ID, so mod ID tut reference, tutorial is our mod name, so this will go in the name, so like so. Description, we can have anything, the tutorial mod for you guys who want to learn how to mod. The version is 0.0.1, and Satisfair is obviously the author, and it's by Satisfair for all you amazing guys. Yeah, because you are amazing, and we don't need a logo file. So yeah, that's it. We just save that, and we don't need that anymore. Yeah, and also we need the pack.mc meta, and to make that we right click common new file, call it pack.mc meta, and that will pop up. We don't need that, we're just gonna open it here. Same with this one. I'm just gonna copy that, put it in here, and pack is all of this is correct. You don't really need to change this, but I just call it tutorial contents, and that's it for the pack.mc meta. You don't need anything else. This is all that you need, and I will probably put something like this in the YouTube description. So yeah, that was my mod, and I'm just going to show you that it did change some of the mod information stuff. So we go into mods again and tutorial, and you can see it changed. the tutorial mod for you guys who want to learn how to mod. Credits by Setosphere for all you amazing guys. Yeah, everything works. And this is my other one. And yeah, with a logo and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and since I said I'm going to show you, I'll just show you actually some of my mod. So if I might get to change the size of this window to something a little bit bigger, so it's easier for you to check, and be right back because my phone is okay. So I'm back and to show you my mod. So it's called Arcane Commutatio. That's Arcane Exchange in English, I think. And this adds, oh stupid mobile telephone, Sornite ore, Tardite ore, and Coronite ore, which is ores that give you these dusts right here. And these are used for various things like making an arcane gem which can duplicate items. We have ingot for armor, arcane fuser which fuses iron with the dust to make those ingots. We have a duplicator which uses this in the recipe, and yeah, and we have the alchemist table which will be used to crafting most of our blocks and items in my game. So yeah, this has been my first episode, and maybe we can make something like this sometime. Yeah, that was my tutorial number 2 of Forge modding tutorials in 1.6.4, and I see you guys later. Bye.